position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, a crew looking... The Longhorns will put total leather and will get started. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The old saying is that a tight end is a quarterback's best friend, and David, if that's the case, these two couldn't be chummier.
Yeah, I mean, they know exactly where they're at. They're on the same page. Both of them are superstars. And Jesse, when you got a tight end, you can move around. You can feature in the slot. You can block. You can catch it. You can run after the catch. A quarterback that's already great, he knows to find that game.
And that's incredible in this offense when you think about it, David, is a lot of their explosive plays in the passing game go to the tight end. This guy...
Oh, he's got some space. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
Well, this offense watched their opponents struggle in their last game. They knew that there were some places they could try to attack, especially running the football, and they wasted no time. Opening drive, and they generate an explosive play.
They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. The RPO, it's complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Flips it out in the flat. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout by the offense.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Fielded in the end zone. It's Tatum, and the ball is loose on the return. Almost a disaster on that return, but they jump on it, and they'll maintain possession. So Texas offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays on him.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
Third down coming up.
Here on third down. Looking to throw, it's Fafita. Got a man, it's Lockett. This senior shows some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
He's going to fire deep. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
You know, the best free safeties I ever played against were the ones that just have a sixth sense. It's like they know where the ball is going, and they can just bait the quarterback into trying to make throws that they never have a chance of making. That's what that guy did right. Made him pay.
First play of the drive comes from the 41. They'll run the option. The pitch. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
And playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
They'll go right back to it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the first down.
Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Rides the back and leaves it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They think there's room to run to the right here. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On the move. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. With the run on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen. But you can tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing the 3rd down.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Now the play fake. Dances away to buy time. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Just drives it between the uprights. The lead now 6 here in the second.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They are searching for any type of answer they can find, down 6-0. This drive will open from the 15. Quick release on the RPO. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Back to pass, it's Fafita. Gets it out fast. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Longhorns will send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. They've had a couple of scoring drives, but man, do they need a touchdown drive. Running to the left. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Nice job by the defense, just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He wants to change this route. Going to swing it on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. From the gun, wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. It's caught. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
On 3rd down, offenses have their plays. What they like in 3rd and short, what they like 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
To the air on 1st down. Floats it out in space.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the 1st down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole. Getting on his block, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They send the tight end in motion. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Gets it into the end zone, but there is a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Maybe a moment. And the touchdown stands. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Notre Dame took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. Kind of felt like how that 2012 Irish team led by Manti Te'o would just take the will of opposing teams. Impressive to watch. A collision between ranked teams always impacts the big picture, fellas, and it appears that's the case again today.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Off the play fake on 1st down.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the 1st half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
The Longhorns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to throw, it's Fafita. Back open in the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football, and now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Finds his big tight end. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
Punt is in the air. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Might be changing the route. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Got his man quickly. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Catch in the middle, it's Haas. Turning it on! They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Oh, they're after him! Catch in the middle, it's Haas. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a crease to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He has enough to move the chains. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. A run for the quarterback. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
Misconnection on the first attempt. See if he gets a little looser.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And he missed it. No good. After the missed field goal, this lead still sitting at 13.
That's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Dropping back, it's Fafita. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a superb matchup in Austin today. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's get it back to our fellas at DKR.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Just about set to get this second half underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Texas offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Looking to pass. It's Fafita. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Taking it the other way. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And he'll take this one home. It's a touchdown. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Georgia was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Dogs team has adopted the mantra, let your prey do the talking. Sure happened today. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Lockett. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
They're going to run it. There he goes. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job on the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Reads it, fires complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
The Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to throw, it's Fafita. Snagged out of the air. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Unloads quickly. And the Longhorns get it past the sticks.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that one.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The Longhorns had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And he added the extra point. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty.
False start off offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Back to throw, it's Howard. Unloads to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down.
Man, momentum is a real thing in college football, and you're seeing it shift here in the third quarter. The defense just forced a 3-and-out. Their offense scored a touchdown the last time out. We got a close game, but all of the momentum is squarely now on their side.
Nestles it in at the 35. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I know it's something you take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Back to throw. It's Fafita. He caught it. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? And now this offense will take the field again. They are backed up, defense smelling blood as this drive starts at the 5. They want to run it left here. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I think the defense had a pretty good idea they were running the football. How about that? Bringing the pressure, getting in the backfield, almost getting the safety.
I thought from watching up here in the booth, real time, that looked like a safety. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And the defense was just daring them to throw over the top, and the offense didn't. They got stuffed. They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. The give to the left. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
All right, on offense, you're trying to catch him napping on 3rd and long. You try to run the football, but good job by the defense not being fooled and giving themselves an opportunity now to get the ball.
Yeah, you got to do a better job not getting in 3rd and long. Offense has to be better on 1st and 2nd down, so you're not forced in these 4th down situations where now you're in limbo of what you want to do.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
Yeah, and I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it. Picks up the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Wide receiver going in motion. They go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air, it's Fafita. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Longhorn!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This should be the last play of the quarter. Wants to throw on 1st down. A little release to the back. Still running at the 40. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. To the air, it's Howard. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
The This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
They'll leave it with him. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. Breaks into the open. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, first down. Leaves it with the running back. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
At this point of the game, has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air, it's Howard. Gets it out quickly. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. Got it behind the line. It's Haas. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. And into the end zone for a touchdown. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the 4th.
Guys, one of the oldest and most spirited rivalries in the FBS is being renewed today. Oregon and Oregon State are squaring off. Here is the latest. Oregon overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Ducks tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Hand off from the shotgun. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Spins away from the defender. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
And the Longhorns want to pick up the tempo.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Now on second down. Off the play fake. Zings it complete to the right. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fakes the catch. Turning it on. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Longhorns back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Running back searching for a hole. And into the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Texas!
Offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes continue to feed this man the ball.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Ohio State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Buckeyes ever do that? All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. To the air, it's Howard. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Finds the tight end. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. Breaks free. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. A first down run in the red zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You've got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Slams it ahead. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front.
All right, we've now tried running the ball down here a couple of times. It hasn't worked. What are you going to do on 4th down? Are you settling for a field goal? Or you've got a play in your back pocket to go get you 6?
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Good right down the boulevard. It's our force to settle for the field goal.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
Texas.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Tatum. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. No time to feel sorry for yourself here, Jesse. There's still a chance, but you've got to get it going now.
No doubt. 2-possession game at this point, right, David? Not a lot of time left, so execution has to be at a premium here.
Yeah, and I probably want to go fast. I want to throw the football. I don't know how many possessions I got left. I got to make them all count.
Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Lockett. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Scanning the field, it's Fafita. Swings it out to the flat. And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing 2nd and long from the 19. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lockett. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Stands in and takes the hit. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Man, what a great play by the defender there. Big-time players make big plays in big games, and against an outstanding wide receiver one-on-one, he's able to knock the ball away and force an incompletion late in the game with everything on the line.
Trying to keep this drive alive. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And there was lots. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Fafita. Unloads it left. He's got it. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
That is such a great job by the offense, putting together a touchdown drive when they needed it most. Not a lot of time left to go, but if their defense can get them the ball back, they've got an opportunity to kick a field goal and walk out of here with a win.
Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Just over 20 seconds to play. They must recover this onside kick to have a chance. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.